In mathematics, variables are letters or symbols that represent numbers. They will represent numbers that are unknown that I'm wishing to find. Algebraic expressions, then, are just mathematical phrases that use numbers, variables, and mathematical operations. Mathematical operations are add, subtract, multiply, and divide, and so forth. What we're going to work on is taking a word phrase and translating it into a mathematical expression or an algebraic expression. 3 more than a number, and 3 more. I don't know what that number is, so I'm going to use a variable to represent it. A number increased by 3. Increase again means addition, and so does the word sum. A sum of a number and 3. Notice I used a variable to represent the unknown number. The next set is 6 times a number and the product. Both of these represent multiplication. If I was to write 6 times a number, I don't know the number, so I use a variable, but the unfortunate thing is the times symbol also is an X. So what we need to do is represent it a little bit differently. So this times symbol, we're either going to use a dot, nothing at all, or a parentheses. All 3 of these also mean multiplication, and that's what we'll be using because it's so confusing when I have 2 variables such as the times and the X next to each other. 5 less than a number minus 5. Be careful of the order. Subtracted, a number minus 5, and the difference, a number minus 3. When we simplify numerical expressions, we're taking a numerical expression and we're going to rewrite it in its simplest name. 5 plus 4 is 9. So we're making it smaller or simpler. When we evaluate an algebraic, notice the difference, numerical, algebraic. When we evaluate an algebraic expression, what we're going to do is we're going to replace the variable with a number. We're going to replace that variable with a number, and then what we're going to do is we're going to simplify. So we need to know numerical expressions so that we can simplify the algebraic expression. When I have x plus 8, my value of x in my directions tells me it's 3. So this variable I now know is equivalent to 3, and my expression tells me to add 8. 8 plus 3 is 11. In the next expression, there's no operator sitting between the 2 and the x, so we must remember that's multiplication. It tells me to take 2 times x, which is 3. I'm going to add to that 3 times y, which is negative 2. Using my order of operations, 2 times 3 is 6. 3 times negative 2, remembering your integer operations, is negative 6. When I add those together, I get 0. And lastly, 4 times z, 4 times 4 minus y, which is negative 2. Following my order of operations, 4 times 4 is 16. Subtract a negative 2. If you remember on the number line, it was a U-turn, or you're taking away a $2 debt. So it actually adds to it $2, and you get a sum of 18.